here tonight. This community will recognize you as Sister Pat. Tonight, Sister Pat, by the vows you are about to be taken and will take, you have solemnly professed to dedicate yourself to religious life. You did not enter religious life to be religious. Rather, you enter religious life to first and foremost, always and forever, to seek God and God alone. As a vowed religious, you bind and promise your life's work in three ways: to answer a call to justice, to answer a call to love, to answer a call to choose. By answering and living a call to justice, you are committing yourself to make the vow of poverty more than a canonical nicety. You are committing yourself to the just distribution of the goods of the earth. Taking more than we need of anything steals from the earth and the rest of its people not only their basic resources, but also their human soul. You are to make a life of modeling that distribution and working your life out to obtain it for others, because all of our resources we simply steward for the works of God. You and your community are to steward your resources in order to be able to use them on behalf of the disadvantaged. The poverty of our century is unlike that of any other. It is not a poverty as it was before, the result of natural scarcity, but a set of priorities imposed upon the rest of the world by the rich. The role of the religious life, not simply to control your own personal wants, but to remind the rest of the world of the immorality of poverty by pointing at it, dancing wildly around it, shouting, look, look, and never ever failing to point out as well the practices and policies that account for it until someone, someday, finally stopped them. Following the call to justice seeks commitment over conformity, prophetism over professionalism. Along with proclaiming the greatness of the Lord as Mary is portrayed in Luke's Gospel, you are to proclaim that enoughness is a virtue, and engorgement a scandal. By answering a call to love, you have promised to live a life of chastity. Yes, chastity does imply a life dedicated to self-dedication to the spiritual life, not giving ourselves over to a lifestyle of unrestrained sexual sensuality, self-control, self-knowledge, and contemplative concentration of the mystical dimensions of life. More importantly, chastity is about learning to love well, to love grandly, and to love with sweeping gestures. Answering the call to love means to be open to love wherever you find it, wherever it finds you. Strive to love perfectly, even though you are not, even though you are imperfect, and love imperfectly. Love people freely, so that what